Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work on this bracelet and it just reminds me of Aladdin and genie bottles, and I decided to call it Arabian Nights. So for the materials you'll need fire polish, 4mm fire polish, round beads. Here I used black, but today we're gonna be using light denim blue luster. I will leave all the colors, all the quantities in the description, so don't forget to check it out after the video. Then you'll need Toho's 8.0 for this parts here. For the embellishment on this outside you will need Toho 15.0. Here I used galvanized gold, but here I'm going to be using silver lined crystal. You'll need one pearl, 8mm pearl for the clasp. You will need thread. I'm using Nymo size D. I'm going to be using gray with this color so it doesn't stick out. And then beading needle size 10. And of course your scissors to cut the thread. So get the materials ready and then we'll start the bracelet. So I have all my materials ready and I thread my needle with about 3 meters of 2.5 yards or 3 yards of thread. That should be plenty for this bracelet. I think it will be even more, but if it's not enough I'll show you how to add more. So we're gonna start with our fire polish. I'm gonna pick up 4 fire polish. By the way, I'm doing this bracelet to teach you basically how to do right angle weave. So, and from now on it's gonna be a bit complicated. But this bracelet is very easy. So if you don't know how to do right angle weave, this tutorial is perfect for you. So I have my 4 fire polish. I'm not gonna leave a long tail. I'm just gonna leave enough to sew in later. I have 4 beads and then I'm just gonna make 2 overhand knots. And that's basically our first unit of right angle weave. Right angle weave is just basically squares on top of squares, and it's very easy. So basically we have our first square. Next square, the side of this square is gonna be one side of the next one. So in the next set, we're just gonna pick up 3 beads. So I'm just gonna go through some of the beads to get away from the knot. I'm just gonna, let's say I'll just leave it here. And now I'm gonna pick up 3 fire polish. And then I'm gonna go through the same bead through the other side. That's our second unit of right angle weave. That's basically it, you just build squares on top of square. Now my thread has to be coming out of here to add another one. So I take my thread through the beads. And by the way, when you are doing a right angle weave, it's quite hard to hold the tension. So hold the beads with your fingers and just pull your thread. So my thread is coming out of the top bead now. And see, if I just pull it like that, it's gonna, kind of readjust the beads in places and it's not gonna hold the tension. So hold the beads with your fingers and just pull the thread. And now I'm gonna pick up 3 more beads. And then go through the other side. I really like this color. I didn't work with this before, so quite interested the result, how it's gonna be. The third unit ready. Now I have to be coming out of the top. I take my thread through the side bead, hold the beads with my fingers, and go to the top. Three units ready. I'm gonna pick up 3 more beads and then go through the other side. And that's 4th unit ready. Just gonna flip it over and take my needle to the top bead. That's basically it. I'm gonna do it one more time with you and I will let you continue until you finish the whole length. I have 3 more beads. Go through the same bead through the other side. Flip it over and take my needle to the top. Then I'm just gonna hold the beads in place with my fingers and pull the thread. So now you just continue all the way until you have the required length. Now I'm gonna tell you how much you need to leave out. This clasp let's say from here to here, it's about an inch. So leave about an inch or about 3 centimeters out of your length of the bracelet, and then once we add the clasp, that's gonna finish off the whole length. So go ahead, continue until you have the required length minus the length of the clasp, and then we'll continue from there. So I have my required length, and once you add your last unit, you want to go ahead and reinforce that last unit. Go with your thread through all those 4 beads, and then to continue to add those 8 O's, you have to be coming down one of these beads. So I'm just right there. I reinforced that last bead, last unit, and then I went down one of these beads, side bead. And here, we're just gonna add our 8 O's. So I'm coming out of this bead, I'm gonna go down the next one. So it just falls in right in between those 2 beads. I know it's a bit sparkly, but it's very easy. You just have to add 1 bead between the 2 of them. I'm gonna pick up 1 more 8O and then go down the next bead. Gonna pick up 1 8O, go down this bead. Pick up 1 8O, go down this bead. And now continue all the way until you finish, until you reach the end, and then we'll continue together from there. So I'm almost at the end. I'm just gonna pick up 1 8O and then go through that last bead on the side. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and add one side of the clasp. We're gonna add the pearl. So what we're gonna do, we have to be coming out of that top bead. I'm gonna take my thread through that top bead, and then I'm gonna pick up 4 15 O's. I'm gonna pick up 4 15 O's, and then I'm gonna pick up 1 8O, and then I'm gonna pick up 3 15 O's, and then I'm gonna pick up my pearl. So you have 4 15 O's, 1 8O, 3 15 O's, and your pearl. And then I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna pick up 3 15 O's. I picked up 3 15 O's. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna create the picot on top of the pearl to hold it in place. I'm gonna go through the pearl. I'm gonna go through those 3 15 O's, and I'm gonna go through that 8O. We're not gonna go through that last 15 O's. We're gonna go through all the beads, leave out the last 4 15 O's. And then I'm just gonna pull my thread. I'm gonna hold the beads and then pull my thread. And now here I'm gonna pick up 4 15 O's. 1 2 3 4. I picked up 4 15 O's, and then I'm gonna go through the other side of that top fire polish, and that will create one side of our clasp. Don't reinforce it right now, because we're gonna come back with our thread here, and that's when we're gonna reinforce it. Now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go down this fire polish here. Just don't, this one's getting on the way, but we're just gonna get rid of that tail later on. Just gonna hold it away with my hand. And here I'm gonna add 8O again. Pick up 8O, the next one. So I keep on adding 8O's until the very end, and then we're gonna continue from there. Now I'm almost at the end. I'm gonna pick up one last 8O and then go through that last side bead, side fire polish. And now here we want to add the second side of the clasp. I'm gonna go through that top bead. I'm gonna pick up 4 15 O's and then 1 8O. 4 15 O's, 1 8O. Take it down, and for that loop you want to pick up 28 15 O's. So go ahead and pick up 28.
5, 10, 15, 20, 28.
So I have 28 15 O's, and I'm gonna take it down. I have all my 28 beads down. I'm gonna go through that 8O. And now here what I want you to do, hold the thread under the 8/0 quite tight. Take the other side of your clasp and see if your pearl goes through that loop. Mine goes fine, but if yours doesn't, go ahead, take your needle back through that 8/0 and add one more or two 15/0s. So I find it 28 is perfect for me here. And I'm just gonna hold that 8/0 and pull the thread down, pick up 4 15/0s, and then go through the other side of that bead. No need to reinforce here because we're gonna come back and reinforce that. So now from here, we're gonna add our 15/0s to embellish the side. So here, this is the only part, the sides of the clasp where the number is gonna be different. Pick up 6 15/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 15/0s. See where I'm coming out of on that top bead? I'm gonna go down that 8/0. And that creates that round shape. Now here, between those 8/0s, we just add 4 15/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 15/0s. I'm gonna go through the next 8/0. I'm gonna pick up again 4 15/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 15/0s, and I'm gonna go through the next 8/0. I'm gonna pick up 4 15/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna go through the next 8/0. So go ahead, continue all the way until the end to the next clasp, and then we're gonna continue from there. Now I reached the other side. See if you can unzoom a bit. We have one side ready. So now here, I'm coming out of the last 8/0. I'm gonna pick up 6 15/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 15/0s, and I'm gonna go through that side, the top fire polish. That's gonna create that round shape. And now before you go down, go ahead and reinforce that clasp. Gonna go through all those beads all the way to the top, through the pearl, and come out on top. See where I went up? So when I come down, I should go through those beads where I have embellishment already. And now I'm gonna go through all those 3 beads that create the picot. I went through all those beads, and I'm gonna go down. I have to come out where the embellishments are. Gonna go through all those beads, all 15/0s, all 8/0. I'm gonna, I think, come out of 8/0. And then continue down those 4 15/0s. That was the tail. And now I'm gonna go through that fire polish. Then continue my embellishment. I'm just gonna pick up 6 15/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 15/0s, and then go through the next 8/0. Pick up 4 15/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 15/0s, and then we go down to the next 8/0. 4 15/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down the next 8/0. So continue all the way until the end, and then we'll show you how to finish it off. We still have to reinforce the other side of the clasp as well, so don't forget to do that. Stuck between the beads. Okay, and I'll continue all the way until the end, and then we're gonna reinforce the other side. Now our bracelet is almost ready. All we have to do is add those last 6 15/0s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have my last 6 50-0s. Go through that top fire polish. And now what we have to do, we have to reinforce that top loop. Now just remember where you're going up. I'm going up this side, so I have to come down this side to be able to reinforce both sides. I'm gonna go up through those 4 beads. I'm just gonna hold my work in place, so I now went up, down, and down this way. So I'm not gonna be turning my work around right now. So I'm just gonna go through all those 50-0s. You always want to reinforce your clasp because that's the part you always pull when you are wearing your bracelet, every time you put it on and off. And then I go down this side. There's 4 beads here. And that's basically our bracelet ready. And I'm gonna go through that fire polish, only through the fire polish, now not 50-0s. I'm gonna go down that fire polish. I'm gonna make my first loop here, between the thread that's between the fire polish. Take my loop through. Take my thread through, leave a small loop, take my thread through that loop, and make that overhand knot. I'm gonna go through that fire polish, just gonna pull my thread. So I heard that click, so my knot is inside the fire polish now. I'm gonna go down through the next fire polish, make it the second loop here between the fire polish. See the thread between the fire polish? My thread through, leave a small loop, make the overhand knot, and then go down through that fire polish. And just pull your thread. Then go down a couple fire polish. I'm using only fire polish when I'm doing my knots. Then I'm just gonna cut the thread. And you now go ahead, make the same on the other side and get rid of this tail. And here are my bracelets. I really like the result. I think that blue really shines nice. I really like it. So I'm just going to show you how it looks like on your wrist. Take this one. I really like this clasp. They're much easier to attach on your wrist than the others. So here it is. Very simple. It took me 1 hour to make one. So, you know, it could be a really nice Christmas present considering it's coming up and doesn't require a lot of materials. You might need a lot of fire polish, about 70 more or less, depending on your wrist. But it's a quick bracelet. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and watch my other videos. I'm posting a lot lately. I've been posting on Tuesdays and Fridays. So check out my other tutorials. There are plenty out there already. So, and if you like the bracelet, you know, you can share it with your friends. Just share the video with the friends that bead as well. They might like the bracelet. So I see you in the next tutorial, guys. Bye bye.